We're back trading the NASDAQ. Today, honestly, isn't looking the greatest. I will go on to the bias. On the 4-hour, we're kind of just going sideways, kind of starting to deliver lower. Yesterday, we did have that large rebalance after that huge 1,000-ish point down move. Rebalancing to this 4-hour and respecting it and just delivering lower. Move to the 1-hour. It's kind of the same thing, just literally moving sideways on both pairs. The main thing I want to point out, though, is all this slanted liquidity above is SMT'd. As you can see, ES is higher than all these highs, so we have this big SMT. And then off of that, we move to the 30-minute on both pairs. We don't have it on NQ, but on ES, we have this 30-minute IFEG. So to me, it's like we have this higher time frame SMT, this 30-minute inverse. NQ does have a 15-minute inverse. And then we have all this slanted liquidity below. To me, I'm bearish. It's kind of going to be a condition-based day. My only worry is we're not going to need a retrace to these higher time frame gaps that we do have, being the 15-minute gap and this 30-minute gap that will open. The only reason I see us not having to go back to the area price to get an entry off of is ES already SMT'd this 15-minute gap that I had marked out, and we're obviously distributing off of it. We could always still rebalance to it. My A+ setup, really the only setup that I want to see, is us retrace to this 15-minute gap. ES hits this 30-minute gap that will open, which will also be a 30-minute gap on NQ as well. And then we get some sort of entry lower targeting all of this slanted liquidity right here. We do also have this DVL wick on the 15-minute and 30-minute. People that don't know what a DVL wick, it's basically just a candle wick that doesn't have a wick. It's a really strong liquidity point. Basically, price attracts to it because it wants to finish the wick for it, if that kind of makes sense. But if I get an entry to it instead of holding for 150 points to previous day low, I'm kind of back and forth on it because there's not necessarily a reason to not hold through all this, just because we're going to be bearish, we're going to run all of this. But the fact that we just ran sideways, break even on the week so far, if I can get an entry to this DVL and get good RR, or at least a 1-to-1, I'll probably just take my piece of the pie and get out, use previous day low as a magnet and get my take the low-hanging fruit. But market has opened. We immediately take out that DVL wick that I just talked about. So I'm just hoping that we just don't deliver lower now. I'm hoping that we're not just going to run all this liquidity, which it looks like we are. That's what I was afraid of. That sucks, because I had a feeling we were just going to do that. That really sucks. Wow. Hopefully this is just a false dump, but I feel like it's not going to be. I feel like we're just gonna run all this shit. Oh, that sucks. As you can see, we respected this 5-minute gap, already respected that 15-minute, yes, and now we're just delivering lower. I had a feeling that this could happen. Too dumb, too young to realize that I should have brought you flowers and held your hand. It's going to previous day low. We know this. We know what's going to happen. Man, that sucks. It's all good, though. I can only control the controllables. You know what I mean, pimp? It's a part of the game, player. Well, I entered this Judas on paper, but it's not registering. Not that it matters, but what the fuck? I'm actually, like, undefeated on paper. It's ridiculous. So the main thing here is, we take out technically a 15-minute internal low. I don't know. That's kind of wild. You would have had to take the 30-second Judas, but like, to me, I'm good on that. What a volatility kick, though. We literally just pumped 170 points immediately. Holy shit. Just don't like that. That's not good. Don't like that. Higher time frame holds higher power. That's a good 30-minute close going into a market open. And technically, this 5-minute that opens up can be sponsored because it is delivering off this 15-minute gap, 15-minute internal low. You are inside of a 30-minute and a 15-minute. That Judas isn't bad, but it's something that I don't think that I personally would take. Is it frustrating? Yeah, because I kind of figured that it would play, but I just don't be taking Judases like that for real. I don't got a good track record with them. You'd have to take this 3-minute, could be decent. Kind of a situation where it's high resistant versus high resistant, but I wouldn't be against it. But we're technically SMTing these highs, so it's kind of sick. I think I'll take this 3-minute though. Strong rejection. We don't inverse it. Oh, why does it do that to me, bro? Oh, now I gotta wait a whole nother fucking 3 minutes. It's actually gonna turn into a 4-minute. Oh my gosh, bro. That is wild. Actually beyond me. That is actually insane. And now it's going to distribute without me. Wow. Crazy, bro. Crazy. Then we're going to get a 3-minute CISD. Wow. You joking, bro. Oh my gosh. Insane work. I still will take this trade. Just don't take this fucking swing. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Oh my gosh. I'm so livid. Beyond livid. I want to punch a fucking hole in the wall. Literally edges my entry, the inversion, by fucking 2 ticks. And then now we just dump. You're a fucking bitch. I can't even take it because it's not valid to take. Insane work. Yes, inverses its 3-minute. Crazy work. Could limit order. I'm in this limit order. It's going to previous day low. I just know it is. Just don't think we're going to get back to my entry. Just going to run previous day low. It's such a strong 15-minute close too. I'll take this limit order. That is such a strong 15-minute wick. I'll take this limit order. Okay, so I fill my limit order. Strong 15-minute close. Previous day low is just, it's so obvious to me. We just didn't get my entry right here. We literally edged it by 2 ticks. Hopefully this 5-minute gap holds as well, just to protect me. But I really think that previous day low is just such an obvious draw here. I just never got my entry. Hopefully it just doesn't randomly reject because of this SMT right here. But I don't know. This 3-minute would have inversed right here. I would have taken this trade. So it's like, it's the same trade. I'm just hoping that we just flush out the previous day low now. Pretty heavily risked here too. Technically supposed to be in with 2. I'm in with 3. Hopefully this bitch just flushes. Oh no. TP smash there. A lot of people are going to flame me for this because it's a limit order and I didn't enter on an actual inversion. But just such a strong rejection on the 15-minute. We finally inverse this 15-minute gap as well. Like I said, it's the same trade as this 3-minute inversion off the 15-minute. It's just this draw is so obvious. The only con is we are SMTing this low, and that's why the inversion wouldn't have been valid. To me, though, it was worth the risk. I really just thought the DOL was so obvious, and I know I'm going to get flamed for putting a limit order, but to me, it was just so obvious. Made about $690 on that. I'm about $140 away from passing this eval. I do want to preface, though, limit ordering is not a part of my trading style. This is not something that I will regularly do. It's just when I seen the 15-minute candle close like this, finally inverse this other 15-minute gap, previous day low is just such an obvious draw to me here. The smarter play is to play for the cont. I do know that. But the way that I looked at it is if this 5-minute is going to open up, it's almost just like an extra protection for me to take this trade, to take a limit order. Again, I'm not trying to fucking cope and say some shit, but I basically just took a 3-minute cont. I just didn't wait for the 5-minute cont, but I took a limit order. I'm not going to say that I didn't take a limit order because I took a limit order. I never take limit orders. Probably won't ever really. Like, this is such a specific scenario for me to take a limit order. It's just, I basically took the 3-minute short, just I limit ordered the entry and partially basically took the 15-minute inversion. In a way, that's the way you could look at it. I think this is just a higher time frame based trade. We're respecting bearish on the higher time frame. We also SMT'd the highs, strong displacement lower, disrespecting bearish gaps, inverse the 15-minute gap, and then strong 15-minute wick. And then the final draw, the only draw that makes sense is previous day low. It's right there, slanted liquidity leading up to it. It just makes sense. But that's my trade for the day. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's like a fucking, you're a donut if you missed it, because it's literally a limit order. So that's it for me. If you guys enjoy this kind of content, please leave a like and subscribe. It really helps me out. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.